Okay, where the fuck are you? Oh yeah, it's still hosting. Yeah, it was hosting. Oh good. Oh well, not that bad. Oh my god, he's got the same kind of facial hair as Blossom. Do you believe this?
My audio. Hello, hello. Yeah, okay, there we go. It's good to go, I think. Yeah. Yep. Good.
Oh good. Spicy.
It's actually not as big of a fuck up as I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be much worse than this, and actually it was just terrible. So there we go.
Yeah, just not moving. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, but listen, I pride myself on my professional unprofessionalism.
Yeah, well, we both know what it's like to actually have some fails.
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, well, it's like I just put a screenshot about how I make it. Just having me.
Okay. And then we have to post it here.
That's a goddamn amount of good questions.
Yeah, there was an absolute shit ton. Yeah.
Except Blossom.
Yeah, I think we'll probably skip over Blossoms, but besides that one, there's some good questions in there.
Yeah, I was actually surprised, and to be honest, that was where at first, like, the original post, there was absolutely no question, and then the second one, boom! Oh.
Yeah, that's why I reposted it, because I was like, there's no fucking questions here, what the fuck? And then I made it obvious, and I was like, can you please post questions below? And I got
I do talk a lot.
It's a good thing. Hold on, my cam's like a little... There we go, you can see my messy ass room in the background. Just ignore this and just focus on this. Okay. We'll just let people pile in and then we'll start. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous, Kyo. What's that all about, huh? It's really been that long since I've done one of these.
Yeah, that's real good. That's really good. Like 2 years, 2 years after the invitation. What kind of delay is it?
Yeah, it did take us a while to get.
Do you even have internet at your place?
How's my people who are watching, Bailey? What's my stream audio like? Is it good compared to Kyo's and etc.? Or am I too loud? Maybe too annoying. It's good. Okay. I don't know why my cam's shaking around like this. I think it's...
My baby is watching.
Your baby's watching?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice. DK is here, DNC. Yo, all good.
Your babe DNC showed up with the goddamn Trish orgasm emote. Okay, anyway. What's up?
The good, the bad, and the trash talker.
Do you wanna start? Or you good to go then?
It's your show. You do it.
It's not my show, actually. It's the company. I sold out, so I'm actually
black, homie.
Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Okay, it was my alert. I was wondering what that noise was. It's been such a long time since I've streamed. Okay, we'll do like a countdown, right? Just so I know when to edit this.
Fucking black, homie.
Oh my god. All these damn Brazilians following me and causing these alerts to go off. It's really interesting. Okay, so 3, 2,
1, go.
There was an alert as soon as I said 1, so we just had to wait. Okay, there we go. Hello everybody, welcome to Run of the Mills. I'm joined by... I should really turn those off.
You don't dare to say Kaio or I'm killing you.
I'm joined by Redgrave Kaio.
Fuck you. Redgrave is old shit.
No. See, for some reason, Redgrave is always stuck in my head whenever... I know you're just Kyo now, but for some reason...
Lot of people, actually.
The volume's a bit low. Who's low? Me or Kyo? Which one? Because I can turn Kyo up. Is that good? Kyo, give me a 1, 2. How are you?
1, 2.
Give me a couple 1, 2s, actually. We're probably going to need a couple.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
That's pretty good.
Kaio can...
How is that?
I'm
Honor, is that
blue.
good? Is that... You're
Okay.
blue? Are you singing? Are you gonna sing live on stream?
No, I know. No.
I
The last
think...
time it happened, it was actually
Okay, so...
cringe.
Yeah, so... I think
Yeah,
I
I think
was...
that was you. Okay.
Am I good now? Is this nice and proper?
I mean, from my point of view, you do sound okay. Except that one time you actually shouted in my.
I did give Kyo a massive fright off stream, which was... I wish I was recording it because it was pretty funny, but... Okay, that's better. That's good. What's up, Smoke? Okay, so... Kyo, welcome to Running the Mills. We finally made it happen. It only took us like 5 years, but we did it.
It was almost as long as James C5's announcement.
Yeah, but not... Yeah... And
It's
I
good,
do
it's good.
apologize for keeping you waiting so long. It's just like it's a case of like
One thing and another.
yeah, and like for like the last 6 months, I like just couldn't be fucked doing anything DMC related like at all.
Yeah.
Like I had to give myself like a 30-minute pep talk just to do anything. But now I'm in the mood again, so that's good.
Isn't the camera looking weird at the moment? Yeah.
My camera's looking weird.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
glitchy. No, I'm glitchy.
Oh my god, Kyo's tapping into the Matrix. Stop.
Already got here.
Just like refresh.
Okay.
We're
Okay,
back.
simple. So long that Kyo started his podcast. Yeah, about right.
Yeah. And Broly too, actually. Like everyone's copying me now. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, we were too scared of you.
Bunch of copycats. Oh no, I'm joking. It's actually a good thing, to be honest. I'm glad that people more qualified to talk about shit are doing it as opposed to me. You know, who the fuck let the Scottish idiot talk about things as opposed to actual people? And also, just before we start, DK left like a comment on YouTube that was pretty inspiring, and it was like, okay, I guess I'll start doing these again. So shout outs to him.
No, sorry. What comment?
He basically wrote like, fuck, I can't remember. I'll be paraphrasing, but he basically said like, this is good shit. Maybe he might not have said that, but he did say like basically, I wish there was more of this kind of thing, like players talking to each other and stuff. It was something like that. It was high praise. He said I was fucking amazing, and that is the end of it. Okay, so Kyo, we have to talk about the big one first of all. We have to dive straight in, 2 feet first, and talk about the 26th of February, baby, the grudge match.
Yeah.
The rivalry.
Yeah. Looks like there's a fucking ton of stuff to be talking about, but I think if you wanted to talk about it properly, there's this little something we actually need, like no water allowed tonight.
See, unfortunately, Kyo, I got a text today saying, and I quote, "You are working tonight." So, unfortunately, it's gonna have to be it's gonna have to be water for this guy. But I'll gladly be jealous of you drinking your... What have you got? Show me. Let me see what you have.
That was some William Lawson. I think that's all I got right now. So I actually drank all of the mead my girlfriend actually bought me before.
So it's like a Nordic mead?
Yeah.
What was that like? I've never tried a mead before in my life.
Me neither. That was actually the first time I actually drank mead. Yeah, that was the bottle like. Hey, look at this. So fucking badass.
That is... Oh, yeah, it's got like the whole Nordic fucking aesthetic. That's so cool. Valhalla. What does it say? Valhalla?
Well, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna bother. From Denmark it is.
It's Danish. Okay, I see.
Yep, so well
actually,
for you.
I'm glad that you've shown me alcohol when I'm currently suffering from alcoholic withdrawals, because I am an alcoholic now, so that's good. I'm joking, but I do really want to drink. I've got a lot of whiskey up there, and I'm not allowed to touch it. You know what, Keo, we'll just do another one, like at the weekend. We'll just talk about everything again, but this time I can drink.
Yeah, well, you're gonna into much over people before we do it again.
Yeah, 100%. There's so many people that I want to talk to. It's just getting into the right mindset. So anyway, I digress. 26th of February. It is the grudge match of the century so far.
Yeah, the first match of the century until there's the next one.
Yeah, pretty much. We've got Kyo versus Cosmic on a... How is it they called it? Like a super stylish score-off? What was it called?
It's a nice score. I think it was something like Smoking Six style challenge or
Yeah.
something like that. And so yeah, the main goal will be having the high score in the same mission. It will likely be run in Son of Sparta because DMD is pretty much unfair, and well, tanks, HP tanks are just a no-no. Um, it's going to be a more or less 2-hour stream, from what I was told. So it's going to be still pretty long because 2 runs are not necessarily that long. There's the interview and maybe some other stuff like, no, it's not like I'm teasing something new. No, it's not really just that. Maybe some discussion.
The
Thank you for yeah. I was reading Helium XA and I was like, wait, is this my voice being on Helium?
Fucking black, homie.
I keep getting those goddamn alerts. I do apologise for that. I can't turn them off. I did something in OBS, and they just exist in their own fucking pocket dimension now. So, at any point when I'm talking, you might hear some stupid noises in the background. It's gonna happen. Anyway, yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
This is getting beyond a joke.
I'm pretty happy because it's actually on Friday. It's going to be exactly day per day 2 years since I was on a pre-release stream. So I think it's a bit of an irony that it's the exact same day, you know?
It is pretty, yeah, it does feel like fate is lining up the stars there a little bit. That is pretty crazy. So is the vote ended? Is it going to be Mission 11 that we get to see?
Likely Mission 11.
It's got to be the best one out of the lot, isn't it? 100%.
I actually was an advocate of either letting, the man Matt Walker and Itsuno choose it for us with full improvisation. But I thought maybe I was more for Horizon 8 mission because it's different from what you typically see. And I mean, it's fine. And as you said, I mean, it will be a good revenge match because, oh god, it rocked me so hard 2 years ago, and I'm just not getting that slide.
Yeah, I remember, like, that was one of the things I saw people saying was like, Kyo got his fucking ass whipped by Cavaliers, some shit like that. I was like, oh no, what happened?
Bring up the D guy.
So it is good that we get to see you have the rematch, and obviously you'll be playing against Cosmic.
Sorry, just the NC saying, just wait until they say, no, Tricks Oliver free again. Oh my god, no, don't say that.
Why did they even do that? It's not like there was anything crazy hidden behind fucking level 3 Trickster. Like, why didn't they?
Yeah, there was Air Mustang in Tricks Oliver free, so that was probably the reason why they just didn't want to show it at all. Oh, wait, what the fuck with the camera again?
Yeah, camera's just like in its pants a little bit, but you know what? We can just roll with that.
Yeah, and I remember that Matthew Edwards, so the community manager of Capcom UK, was actually to make my case just before the stream happened. And, well, Matt Walker said, yeah, sorry, I understand, but no, we just can't do that at all.
Basically a nice way of saying, just get what you're given, you little bitch. Just do something cool with the tools we give you. Try like turning your cam off and back on again or something. Maybe that'll. The old reliable.
Okay.
There we go. He's back. Okay, so sorry. Go on. Go ahead.
No, yeah, and it was such a fucking challenge back then. And now, well, I do have an handicap is that I did play maybe too much of Modern Virtual. So now I have to get used to the good old vanilla controls all over again.
I didn't even consider that. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back to the old vanilla Virgil. I mean,
and in non-turbo too. So the timings of just from jargon cuts and stuff. So yeah, I'm also fucked in terms of timing.
Yeah. Yeah, like the timing's gonna be more lenient to an extent, but the problem is muscle memory is gonna fuck you over. So. Can't wait to see that. But on the flip side, Cosmic, I feel like Cosmic won't be doing. He's not going to be doing anything fancy, is he? He's just going to be. Well, I don't know. I don't really know how style points work in the game.
Just going to be optimizing his experience. He's got the skill to do that.
Yeah.
what may play in my favor, or whether is that you do have in 5 enemy step does grant extra style in like how you make style rank go higher, and there's also the part in which you have the end of mission. You know, you have some achievements which net you a couple of extra points. So it won't be necessarily as easy as I thought for Cosmic, because to be honest, he could win on his optimizing skills alone.
Mm. Have you been practicing your runs?
Um, Next question.
Okay.
No, I will practice like every night starting from tomorrow,
Mm.
because yeah, I don't want to get fucked by my muscle memory.
100%, and don't get it twisted. You know, Cosmic is going to be practicing. That is his,
Well, his country doing like he's doing his live and doing some speedruns, so I'm not sure he exactly trains to.
Yeah, but Cosmic is one of those speedrunners that can it does things like him practicing this is going to be completely different from him practicing his speedruns, because his speedruns are just, it's ingrained in his head at this point. He could do it with his eyes closed, but Cosmic's a workaholic in terms of, optimizing runs and doing all that stuff. So 100% I would expect him to be practicing offline, or maybe he's just underestimating you. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I will be baiting the shit off this Yankee, that's for sure.
I am looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting. What time is it on at? Like, what time does it start?
It's going to be starting on your time. It's going to be 11
Yeah.
a.m.
11 a.m. Fuck, that's early. I'm gonna have to set like 100 alarms.
Yeah, well, it's because Japan time.
Yeah, because they're forward. Yeah.
Yeah, if you remember, like it always was around this timing. Like even you last year, it was pretty much around this time because, well, Japan.
Yeah. Talk about the first stream that you went and did, like back in 2019. How was that? He's gonna ask for threesome? Mike, what the fuck are you talking about, you stupid Canadian? Anyway, talk about what was it like, walking up to the obvious? How did you the office, not the obvious? How did you feel like when you were sitting in the seat waiting to go live? How was that for you?
I was just fucking doing in my pants, man. I remember, like for maybe a week or two, I was practicing a specific sentence to say in Japanese to Itsuno-san, and I completely choked, and I was like, okay, I'm not even trying this. And I was actually thinking of doing it again, but I mean, as much as I'm way more confident now. Yeah, I mean, I would try to say something, and the 5 other people actually watching wouldn't understand shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair enough. I mean, first of all, Japanese is hard. Second of all, you've got hundreds of people watching you.
And I actually started learning it was a year and a half, and since I got I got a job when I got a job last year, I actually didn't have time to go for it, and when I was no longer there, I didn't resume the training, and as of late, I'm pretty busy with anything DMC. So fuck time, having to care about my girlfriend when I do.
Yeah, that's a job in itself. I'm joking. That's a joke. But yeah, one of the things I recall, like, and I don't know, maybe it's probably because at the point that I got to Capcom, I was used to streaming in sort of big, in front of relatively big audiences. Yeah, I could see the cogs turning in my brain there, searching for the word. One of the things that stuck out to me was like, I am uncharacteristically not nervous for this at all, and I feel like I should be. And then it ended up that worked against me. I would have rather have been nervous, because I think I ended up getting a little bit too stupid on stream, a little bit, which is
well, you can't be exactly Millz when you go there.
Right, yeah, you have to rein it in a little bit. Yeah, like I can't show up and be like, fucking, what's up? I'm here with Matt fucking Edwards and fucking Itsuno. You know, I can't do that. I have to.
Well, even without the fuck, well, you probably mean it in a good way, but it would be, okay, dude. This is cringe.
Sorry, my webcam showed my fucking dad bod there for a second. Yeah, I mean,
it was. I was actually really. I was just doing in my pants, and then you also see Carl Baker coming in from afar. You were like, "Oh wait, what?" So Carlo Baker, for a note, it's the model from Nero in GMC5. So it was not expected, and you see them. It was okay.
Who's this? Oh my god! Look at this handsome Nero model. Time to not be, I don't know, stupid on stream. I think one of the things for me was like, people were saying, you should go on stream and, you know, put Capcom on blast. Say, why the fuck is there no reversals or inertia or that kind of thing? But I was like...
And they still expect you to do so.
Yeah, but see, at the end of the day, right? See, if I was to do that, as tempting as it may be, you know, I'm in the room with the guy whose bosses I'm now fucking slandering the game. Or not slandering the game, but criticising the game overly to. Not overly, but you know what I mean. It's not the time or place, and I'm sitting in the room with the guy.
It was always a matter of tone anyway.
Yeah, like, what if he fucking, like, stands up and punches me right in the face, and I start crying on stream? Like, how is that gonna end for me? But, you know, I just didn't want to be a dick to Edwards and, you know, put him on the spot a little, and I'm sure it's the same for you.
Yeah, well, they did plan to, well, I mean, you know the story better than me, but the reason you couldn't be there 2018 was because you actually went to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was a shame. It was a shame you couldn't be there. I think they could have gotten the three of us together at the first thing. I think it was their plan.
I think we could have. Yeah, 100%. Do you think that's what they planned? Is that what you mean? You think that?
Yeah, absolutely. At first, I always in belief that I got there because I was a substitute to you.
Mm-hmm.
And over the time and maybe the relationship you build, you know, with talking every once in a while with maybe officials and see how they react. I was like, okay, maybe I was not a substitute, and maybe it was just a missed opportunity to have three people at the same time.
That's a much better way to look at it, to be honest, because even using the term substitute kind of feels not like it's not demeaning, but you know what I mean. It's like a bit of a. I don't like using that term. I don't like saying that Kyo was my substitute. He was the second choice. That's.
Oh yeah, well, I did feel bad for a pretty long time until I realized something, and there was also something, but I gave you a screenshot too, and well, I won't go much more into it. And I was like, okay, so this was not just a matter of luck.
Yeah, and you did do me a solid by recommending me to Matt after that whole stream, so that was much appreciated. And then obviously,
well I mean, I was thinking, I was just feeling so guilty at the time.
Don't talk shit. Listen, that's just bad luck. I was in the hospital, John, because basically a few years ago back, it was big dramatic fight, and I got my cheekbone broken, quite badly, and I had to go back for yet another piece of fucking surgery on it. And the piece of shit still doesn't look right. So you know what? At this point, it's just like whatever.
But you know. I was in belief also that it was bad luck for you and me lucky. I mean, so many good stuff happened for me thanks to this. So there was, of course, meeting Julie, so my girlfriend's name, for those who didn't know yet. And I also met my best friend, which in turn allowed me to meet Rob in London.
Oh, damn,
and this, so many good stuff at the same time happening, and I mean, like or not, it just happened. From swinging some good neck. Well, I have to say, it's true that I always seen like not necessarily a defender of Capcom, but whenever something happened, I wasn't as like the word, not necessarily bad mouthing, but virulent, or I don't know what's the word again. I knew the word and oh shit, but well, not necessarily. I wasn't bad mouthing all the time. I just try to put. I mean, while not hiding the fact that X or anything else is something I dislike, I was always trying to put things into perspective. And I mean, that's why maybe I got a reputation of being an apologist.
Mm. I wouldn't say you had a reputation of being an apologist. I think.
I've heard this a couple, once or twice, and I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just a gray area thinker.
Which is obviously a dangerous game in the today's social media climate. Anyway, I'm gonna bring it back because I did want to talk about how you met your girlfriend. So explain how how that happened then from the Capcom stream. How did that little love ball happen?
It's actually very simple and straightforward. She followed me because she saw the stream, and from what she told me, it was like, oh my gosh, he's so fucking sexy. I mean, that's her words. Like, really, this is a fucking quote. I'm not. I don't see. But I mean, that's the story she told me once we got together.
She saw the head and she was like,
yeah, I told her this was the head, actually.
You told her what?
No, I told her actually what you saw was actually the head.
Ah.
Yeah,
So she actually said that to
it's
you?
a tricky one. No, it's a tricky one. And she told me how a bit after we got together, but she followed me after this. And someday I was talking about Ace Attorney, and she just answered to it, and I just just who is she? I just click, we start chatting, and that's it.
Yeah, and it just snowballed from there, huh? Do you want to talk? You want to tell them about the story we had? Basically, when I was with Ty, like she was over here. It was one of the last days that she was here, and Kyo was like messaging me like, "Dude, call me on webcam now." And I was like, sort of annoyed and moody because obviously she was leaving in a couple of days, and I was like, "Kyo, I don't have fucking time right now, homie. I can't." And then he was like, "No, you have to. And then he sent a picture of him and his girlfriend, and I'm like, I'm a fucking asshole. So then we went on webcam, and that was fun. That was cute, and it was great.
I mean, as I said, like, do you fucking believe that in such circumstances I will call for no reason?
Yeah, I know. Like when I think back on it, I'm thinking to myself, like, when has Kyo ever done that before? It was so fucking obvious, but I was moody. I was, time of the month.
Yeah, well, I can't blame you.
What do I say to her, Millz?
Millz, how do I get laid?
You just lie on your back. That's all you have to do. It's as easy as that. Okay, yeah, like I did want to talk about that because I did have it like further down the line, but you brought it up, so I thought it would be good to talk about that because it is a positive story and it's something that's it shows you that these things can work. These sort of relationships. I thought you were wearing sunglasses, but it's just a reflection of the. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hijack the stream, dude. They just go like sky high when you show them what you can do with your fingers when they don't break.
Listen, DK, you would be fine. Okay, you're a handsome dude. You just break into Capcom, go on live stream, and someone will message you saying you're so
But
sexy.
he says that as a joke, but I mean, there's going to be more live streams if this one works, and it should. It's gonna be more challenge from USA versus Europe, and I definitely want DK to be the next player if he can stream and if he gets his PC parts by them.
Oh, 100%. Like, DK should be one of those people that are front and
The only reason this wasn't suggested is because he hasn't got his PC pass yet.
Yeah,
Definitely.
DK is one of those dudes that should just be front and center all the time. You know what I mean? Because of how long he's been around. First of all, how knowledgeable he is about the game and how much he's like sort of done for it. His hands are too broken. We're just gonna have to unbreak them then, aren't we? Get the fucking just hit them with a hammer till they work. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's get back on topic because we're just talking shite now. Okay, so Kyo, what was your first experiences with DMC? What made it catch your attention? How did it all begin?
It's actually it was my 10th birthday. It's just my older sister buying me DMC2.
DMC.
That's it. I already had a knack for this kind of character, but I just didn't know the series at all. And I just played it and I loved it because, I mean, yeah, DMC2, yeah, yada, yada, yada. But down the line, when you play this game for the first time, it's just excellent.
I mean,
I didn't play the first one, and I played the first one like after 3, I think. Because it was a rare game back then in PS2.
I mean, DMC2, it's like bad by DMC standards, but I can see it, especially when you're younger, being a fun little introduction to the series. So yeah, that makes sense.
And then I go back to it and I try to play it even casually. I was like, how the fuck did I even beat this game?
Yeah, how the fuck did this hold my interest for more than 5 minutes? Yeah, I mean, yeah. So where did the breakthrough into sort of high level gameplay come from then?
It was much later.
Yeah.
In between, I had the PS3 and DMC4, and that was actually not the starting point. It was, I believe, with the release of the HD collection on PS3. So I think it was in 2010 or something.
Yeah.
And back then, just by fucking chance on YouTube, I was searching for DMC3 footage on HD collection, and I landed on na 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 na. Well, fucking Elysium.
Yep, the classic. Yeah.
Yeah, the good Camelot music and stuff, and I was like, wait, is this fucking legit? And I mean, you have two kind of reaction when you watch this kind of videos. Either you think the guy is a cheater, or you think of, wait, there is something I'm missing. So of course I went by second path, and I just learned about Broly's tutorial about jump canceling.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I want to be as good. Like, even if it's just for myself, just want to be as good. And so I thought, didn't train seriously at all. Like, really not. And I had really no plan to be spending thousands of hours into the series. It was just casual training, like once in every 6 months. And I took jump canceling more seriously with a reboot.
Yeah.
Because, even if I hated the reboot, I still played it because it was Devil May Cry on there, and I was just fucking thirsty for the series.
For content, yeah.
It was precisely the word content that it's actually the word to be used here. I couldn't give a fucking fuck to DMC as itself, even if you have really good combos and yeah. And it was until the PS4 was announced with DMC 4 Special Edition, I was like, okay, so now I can jump console a bit decently. I want to be fucking good at this game and like do combos. So I was like, at this time, I was like, okay, so you've got so many people doing Dante or Nero, and even if it's just something new, I just want to do Virgil because first of all, I love Virgil, and this is kind of like the character I want to master to begin with, and there it went. So it was on PS4 at first, and a bit of later it was on PC. I think I got a PC and PS4 for the exact same reason. I got a PS4 just to play DMC4 Special Edition, and I got a PC just to get comfortable in training and creating combos with higher FPS, having more consistent training tools, because fuck repeating mission, mission 10 like 1,000 of times just for one combo.
Yeah.
And this is literally not this is a literal number, like 1,000 times just for one combo.
Fuck that. That
It's not even as good when you look back at it. It was actually an environmental combo. Um, well, yeah. When I talk about it, like my fingers feel the pain from back then. I spent like 2 fucking days in a row.
um, yeah. So that was going to be my next question. Was what made Virgil stand out for you more than the other characters in terms of wanting to play them? Um, you've answered that pretty much already. So my next question was sort of, in DMC high level play, you sort of get two sort of not styles, but two sides of it, two sides of the same coin. You have the more combo orientated side of like
Mm.
the sequence combos and stuff, and then you have obviously the freestyle side of it. Um, Largely up until I think like last year or just before, you were more so combo orientated, I would have said.
Mm.
What was your reasoning for that? Where did your desire to make combos, sequence sort of combos, come from as opposed to general freestyle fluidity?
It's not like I'm not interested in
I
freestyle,
know, I know.
and to be completely honest, once I'm done with my combo projects for this year, I'm gonna drop project in terms of combo making, and I'm gonna be focusing on freestyle completely.
Okay, so you're not gonna do any more combo projects now. You're just gonna.
I mean, past probably after Empire M2,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be in August if everything goes well.
Yep.
This is going to be 100% freestyling. Of course, if you have some tech or stuff, I mean, this is always going to be an idea to put in a combo, but not putting myself in a mindset that I have a project and I want to dig. And back to your question, because I actually haven't answered it. um, I just love the sensation of digging something more.
Mm.
I especially not in DMC4. I view myself as average, and I don't mean the good side of average, except with your white camera. Um,
There he is.
so yeah, in GMC4, and I mean, I know it. I'm not going to oversell my abilities. When you keep the Joe side, I'm low average. And so it's feel very weird because the way I always talk about combos, about digging stuff, about possibilities, you'd think, okay, this dude can make the most of what he's talking about, and so far I didn't. I know I can now, but I didn't before. I've had a better time making combos in DMC5 for whatever reason, but I just love this feeling of digging that DMC4 combos gave, and what I was shown before.
Mm. Yeah, John. He plans on
Yeah,
doing an Imperium. Is that how you say it?
Uh,
Imperium? Is that?
I actually said, well, of course, when I released the Imperium, the basic Imperium, I was okay, no more. And
Yeah.
I did say a few days after that, if Virgil DLC happen, not only I will let my hair grow, but I will make an Imperium too.
Yep.
And so there you go. And it's going to be. I haven't actually started to work on combos for it yet.
Yep.
And just as a side talk, I have no fucking. I give no fucks about the format. So if it's even 1 hour long, it will be 1 hour long. That's what I decided for myself. I'm not going to be bothered by the format. It's just what I want to express. Camera again.
Yep.
What I want to express, and because it's not about combos, it's also about the series. This is what I've been trying to do with the first one, and if it has to be this long, it will be. I'm not saying it's going to be necessarily an hour long, and I also don't care about whether it gives me traction, clout, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is just going to be me putting my shit. That's it.
I mean, yeah, like I understand, and at this point, I am sort of fatigued of the longer projects, but at the same time, like you don't let what other people think stop you from doing the shit that you want to do creatively. So I can respect that. I also understand why you want it to be the last one, because there is a certain fatigue that comes from making these long ass projects, and I do understand that. It's why, like, after I finish the second Deco style,
Yeah, it's exhausting.
yeah, like, I'm not doing any more of that shit. Like,
It's exhausting, and I don't know. I mean, if you just look at what year we are, it's fucking it's fucking 21. I started making combos in 2015. It's already almost 6 years, dude.
fucking hell. That's a long ass time.
Yeah.
I've been doing
Yeah,
it since.
yeah. So I was like, okay, if I'm quick to be, I'm just don't want to stay just good at making combos, but being good at playing the game in real time and just not just being okay. I can apply decent basic patterns and be more aware of my surroundings when I play and stuff like that. Just being more efficient.
So that's the sort of second part of my question: is where did the recent interest in freestyle gameplay come from?
Yeah, well, this is just a desire to drop combos, but I just can't let myself uh, release the grip on DMC. This is a fucking drug.
Yeah,
Um,
it is. It fucking is.
um,
Yeah.
I just there's a song named by Hailstorm. I don't know if I do pronounce the group right in English, but the title is I don't know how to stop, and this is pretty much me at the moment.
Okay, so my next question. I mean, I've got a faint idea of what I think your answer will be, but what are your favorite moments or periods in the game's lifespan in terms of, like, for example, like when the game just launched, or when this tech was found, or something like that? What was your favorite sort of moment or period in the game's lifespan in terms of high level play for you?
Wait, sorry. Can you just rephrase the
Okay,
question?
so for example, like, my favorite period of the game's lifespan in terms of DMC5 was sort of when the reversals tech, the reversals and the cheat tables basically started coming out, and there was like a huge wave of, you could go on Twitch and there would be 5 or 6 different dudes playing the game freestyle. You would have like Whirling and DH, and all these people would be playing it. What was your favorite period in the game's lifespan? Was it when Virgil came out? Was it, sometime before that? Like, what do you think your favorite period or moment in the game's lifespan was for you? To play the game, to just go on, or just even as a
I
fan?
think I don't have a favorite high level play period of time.
No?
I really don't. I really don't. So I'm just gonna pick both the game's release and the DLC release.
Mm.
Because I don't know. I don't feel the same. I don't feel the same towards DMC5 high level play rather than for not the same. It's not the same as fourth to me. In both good and bad in both good and bad ways.
Mm.
So yeah, just the release because it was such a good moment. Even the demo was like I don't know,
Yeah.
finding a friend you've lost for 20 years.
Um, okay, so moving on, the tutorial that you did, obviously is available on YouTube now. Was very good. It was very well made, very informative. Where did the interest in sort of wanting to teach come from, as opposed to just playing? What made you decide, I'm gonna do a fucking tutorial, and no one's gonna
Um,
fucking stop me?
as arrogant as it will sound, it was just my pride as a DMC4 Virgil player. I think that even if it's not the same game and whatever, I think that because I came as being known for my Virgil plays, I always felt that there was some kind of expectations of me transferring my skills over to five.
Mm.
But this is regardless of my personal love of a character and whether
Hold
it's
on, Theo.
playable
Hold
or
on.
not.
Hold on. Some fucking music just came out of nowhere. I don't know what the fuck that. I've never heard that before in my life. Sorry, go on.
So I mean, I try to not to sound arrogant in saying this, but I think I read a couple of times that people were expecting me to play DMC5 Virgil, and expectations sort of give you a stride to do things, and this is a bit of what happens.
Yeah, I mean it was
But
weird.
I mean I wouldn't do this just because I'm expected to. Like I hope it can be easily perceived, but I did it out of patience.
Yeah, it was very it was a very good tutorial. It was very well edited. I enjoyed it, and I wish all the success. How many views is it on now? Like 2.5k, 3k?
Not, last time I checked, it was 2.1.
Not enough.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, it's 2.1, but this is not the kind of video. I'm not thinking about numbers.
No,
On
I know.
this is the kind of video that if it gets views, it's going to be on the very long run. Uh, yeah, I mean, it will do the views later, and at the end, it's just if people need it, they watch it. And it's not going to be, oh my god, I'm going to do this to be like hell famous.
No, I know, but tutorial videos are one of those ones that I hope blow up because it has the potential of introducing new players to the game. That's like one of the main reasons. I kind of hope that blows up and sort of the other tutorials and resources that
Oh,
are out there.
yeah, well, on the long run, pretty much like it did in DMC4, like, but maybe much
Yeah.
later. I think when I first looked at Chaser Text tutorials on DMC4, it was not even, wow, yeah, maybe 20k views. But if you look at the tutorials numbers, as they are now, they're like over 200k.
Yeah, it's a shit ton. Yeah.
So all things considered, I mean, well, views don't matter to me in this regard because it's teachings for those who want to be taught.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It does speak to the desire of those who need it. Yeah, I suppose that is very much true. Okay, so let's talk about your podcast on my podcast. That's a whole lot of podcast. Talking with the devil.
Podcastception.
Yeah, yeah. Talking with the devil. That is
Yep.
that. Yeah.
Should.
Which is more sort of orientated with people who are actually officially connected with the game, like cast members.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, so what was? How did you go around coming up with the idea? You're just thinking, it must have came from the ribbon thing that we did for the charity stream. Is that?
Yeah, that's actually the charity live stream.
Yeah.
I had no intention of doing a series of this when we did that together
Yeah.
with DNC on the charity live stream with Ribbon. And when it was over, I I looked at, maybe I didn't look at it once, but I just focused on how I felt at this time. Of course, I was excited like a fucking K-pop fan, but it was also because we didn't know it in the last second if Ruben was going to make it. So this stress played a part in how excited I seemed, annoyingly excited I seemed at the moment. I was looking back a few days after, and I felt I want to do this more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just wanted to make it happen, and you know, famous people have this thing of being seen for their roles, being seen for the characters their people identify them to.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I wanna do podcasts in ways you can meet the person more than the character. Of course, with still question related to a series, because it's always spicy to learn some stuff you don't see hear in interviews,
Yeah.
and this is how I wanted to do things. So much, and I'm very thankful to Brian Hanford, so the voice actor of V. I'm very thankful he agreed to do this with only Ruben as a pilot episode in Source.
Yeah.
And of course, well, always tough to improve, like not necessarily in terms of, well, of course, in terms of question, I was a bit of a quirky interviewer at this time. That's a way to put it. But also in terms of organization, even improving the sounds and stuff like that. And really, I have fun having this, and I had a lot of fun when Daniel Virgil joined too. And yeah, so definitely I wanted to do this more, and I have. When I made the announcement for this year, I said there was actually three playing guests. There's now potentially four. I would even say five.
Do you want to give us any little hints potentially of who that may or may not be?
Mm. Well, which one I'm going to pick? Okay, pick a number between 1 and 5.
5.
Shit. Well, this is actually the accurate number to choose because it's a hint towards the person in itself. You've got one chance to guess.
Does he have 3 initials?
3?
Yeah.
No.
JYB? No.
No, when I mean 5, in a way that it's
Okay.
in what is in 5 isn't necessarily in the other ones.
Okay. I thought you were saying, like, guess who it is. Something in 5 that isn't in the other ones?
Of course, you got, I think, in terms of people.
I think I know what you mean. Is it potentially a music producer?
That's another story.
Fuck.
That's another guess, actually.
Oh, I got it. Is he a white Caucasian man in Japan?
Maybe he is.
I gotcha. Okay, we can leave that there. That's pretty obvious for everyone who doesn't fucking live under a rock. So, yeah, we got that one. Okay, that's cool. That'll be cool. It would be cool if you could bring his.
Well, since we're going to be in the stream, it will be the chess. Well, he gave 2 approvals, at least. So I mean, of course, it's not because you say, yeah, okay, let's do it once, and then leave you in the dust. Not necessarily in the dust, but it's going to be a project that gets buried. So I made it confirm another time when I have a chance. So it was around the DLC release timing. So that's on a definitive yes, and I'm going to fetch an actual release date for him.
Cool. Well, I can't wait to see it. The previous episodes were quite entertaining. Like, I was sort of cautiously, hoping that everything went smoothly with it because I wanted to see more, and it did. So I'm glad it did.
Yeah, well, I mean, what I have to say is that even though, because I put it as community initiatives, I have to say that if I was disappointed in one thing, it was in the lack of actual views. I mean, it's fine. It's going to increase over time because this is how you get projects to work. It's not being disappointed in a number and okay, it's a bit low in my opinion. Let me do it again.
Do you think that... Sorry, go on. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
It's just that at times I believe that people. This is really not me targeting anyone or any group of people or whatever.
Yeah.
But at times I feel like people share about community initiative when it's part of a common drive, and actual initiative from a single person isn't all well supported. And this is a bit how I was disappointed, but I just don't want to let it go anyway.
So you were disappointed in the fact that you don't think enough people were paying attention to it? Is that...
Yeah, but maybe that's my fault. I mean, also, as I'm a bit versed in communication, so maybe that's me, but I don't know. It's not like I'm going to say, "Oh my God, there's an internet reset." It's I'm complotist or anything. I just think that sometimes people just don't necessarily share a single person initiative as much as I thought they would.
Why do you think that is?
No clue. It's just the way I perceived it after it happened. When I mean, you got invited. It's a new concept in which you have, an actor. You don't necessarily see him often to begin with,
Yeah.
and there's like only 10 people watching at best. Uh,
Yeah,
well,
that is strange. I fully expected to, for for these sort of podcasts that we do, like I understand sort of low view count, and it doesn't bother me, like the people who show up are people that I want to show up.
yeah. For example, you have right now 25 people, which is actually twice than the average number I did on Brian's.
Yeah, when you would expect that with Brian to be like 3 digits minimum, but a lot of that is, unless it's coming from the horse's mouth. Yeah, you ram that fucking whiskey down the hatch. I'm jealous. When it comes from the horse's mouth, and by that I mean the DMC Twitter or an official Twitter, people will lose their fucking minds and they will be all over it. But
Mm.
out with that, you're not gonna get much traction unless you hit some kind of algorithm or like get relatively lucky and blow up. It's just not gonna happen. Like you could be fucking
Mm.
like a guy from the chat could get an interview
Yeah, I know.
with Dan Southworth, for example, but it doesn't mean it's anyone's gonna watch it. It's the unfortunate nature of how the internet works now in terms of content
Yeah,
creation.
I know. But I mean, you would expect that even let's say we often don't talk the shitposter and meme guys for doing what they do and not necessarily support even charity initiative unless they're directly asked to do so.
Yeah,
But the same can be said about our sides when an initiative occurs. So I'm just saying, okay, this is not necessarily just for me, of course, but um, let's not be trash talking a group of people if we are going to do the same.
see, I sort of feel two ways about it, where it's like on one hand, I sort of agree. It's like a lot of people just are interested some of the time while claiming to
Yeah,
be interested all the
yeah, I
time.
mean that's a take. That's my take on things, and of course there's debatable things, and this is not where we're going to. But this is just how I feel, not necessarily for me. Uh, but well, actually, John makes a point that the Brazil event wasn't necessarily as broadcasted as wide as I thought it would because it's actually an initiative and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think we should do more sharing. I mean, I'm trying to do my part, and at times I don't. It's true, but I think we should be more open and sharing with each other.
sorry, I was closing down my my software was causing my desktop to glitch out. I agree with you. But on the other hand, it's like, well, you can't force someone to be fucking
No, no, of
interested in
course
something.
not. Of course not. This is why I'm trying to put the wall file behind it because if I can't not say force but convince, if you're not convinced, I mean that's completely fine. I'm not telling you what to do with your social media.
Yeah.
But let's just not be critical of shitposters if we're going to do the same thing on the combo making level.
So you feel like people who make fun of shit posters are sort of hypocritical because they don't show the same support to the side that they're supposedly on? Is that what you mean?
At some degree, I'm not going to put them on equal footing because hell, God knows I hate shitposters.
Yeah.
But let's say that on this specific sharing part, I could make fun of Ransom Seraph as much as I would like to. But in a way, he asked people to share his shitty stuff. But at the end of the day, like at times, you have to ask so people can share you around.
John brings up in the chat a point. By the way, do you guys think from now on Capcom may support our events like they're doing with the Feb 26th one? I don't. The problem is, John, is that the event on the 26th is a Capcom event, and there's been very rarely ever that I've seen Capcom stick their neck out to get involved with community events. The only examples I can think of is the second charity stream we did, and I think like the UK I think the UK sort of cosplaying group did something with Capcom maybe, or they did something with a voice actor, I'm sure, but besides that I've never seen it. I can't think of any examples of that happening ever, so I wouldn't get your hopes up. I would just do your own fucking thing, and if you if you get supported by Capcom in some way, great, but don't get your expectations up because it's probably not going to happen.
Well, the thing is, they would. I can say with a lot of certainty that they would like to, but said gameplay involves modding.
No,
And
but it's not
by
even-
that I mean this is the modding part which gets, which is the major stop from them doing so.
But why though? Like, so many game developers are so...
This is the big time higher up policy about this. It's not necessarily because you know that Japanese people are very traditionalists.
Yeah.
And not every company has the same one. Like, of course, we as people who play an heavily modded DMC5, of course, we're going to support that. But you can clearly see, and you know it firsthand, that the community managers of Capcom and Devil May Cry they think positively of modding, but they are sort of not allowed to share it, because basically the point of view is, if we're going to present something that's modded, we're going to put away the people who play the vanilla game and can't have access to mods.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's only because we're outside of Japan. Right, okay, I see. So I didn't know it was like practically illegal at that point. That's pretty fucking crazy. And very unfortunate, because probably life would be a lot easier for us if that wasn't the case, but who knows, maybe in the modern age.
And God knows they're very aware of modding and stuff that gets a bit modded, but they think it's really cool. They watch, they are aware of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly, but I'm pretty sure they are. So what I'm saying, that of course we're not going to do Capcom's job. At least modders will not do Capcom jobs at stuff, and this is what we should be vocal about. It's about post-game content.
Yeah.
But I do think that the modders' effort will not be in vain in the future, because it's actually a representation of what a part of a player base, of a fan base, actually want. And they're like, okay, not everyone has access to this, but maybe we should do a bit more in the future.
See, just before it leaves the back of my mind, just to talk about what I said about Capcom endorsing events, John, don't get it twisted. I wish they would. I wish they fucking would, but from what I've seen, it's probably not going to happen. But listen, I would have said that your last event, the one that me and Kyo and Cosmic and DNC were on, I thought that was pretty fucking like, you know, it had like a lot of viewers and it was good. I enjoyed it. So I don't think you need Capcom necessarily. Like, you just need to keep building that little Brazilian community, those little devil hunters brasileiros, and you'll be good to go. Like, the saying is, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's pretty cliche, but it's also true. You know, just keep it up, keep grinding, and you won't need fucking Capcom anymore. Capcom will be coming to you, and you'll be like, nah, bitch, too big, get out of here. Okay, so moving on. You in the past, Kyo, from what I can remember, have stated some sort of like ambition to get somewhere within Capcom officially, at least in the past. Is that still the case now?
I think I learned to stop being emotionally involved in my we call with big stuff ambition. This is maybe not a word I will use anymore. Not because I could think I have reached it or not, but um, I grew over some states of mind,
Mm-hmm.
and ones I'm not proud of. But when I see back, they do. I mean, you have some reaction because you're involved out of passion. And looking
Back,
back,
homie.
to me, it just seemed as if I was some kind of mind child. So I learned to grow out of it. And of course, this is a part of me that most people don't know what I'm talking about, but you do.
Yep.
Um, I wouldn't talk about ambition, but I think if we are going to talk about the specific world we're talking about because of a
Sorry,
discussion we had,
there was an alarm.
I'm
Apologize.
yeah, it's fine. Um, if we talk about let's say the view I was describing before, I think
Mm-hmm.
I would be closer than ever.
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't pick you up what you said.
No, I said if we are to get the picture I described you
Mm-hmm.
ages ago,
Mm-hmm.
I think I will be closer than ever. But it's not really what matters to me.
Right. Okay. I see. Yeah. Fair enough. I think in the past I did see people. I won't name anyone because I'm not grass, but I did see people say that like at times when maybe Capcom deserved to be criticized, you would not be an apologist because I don't believe you are, but you would be on the side of Capcom, and people used to say that maybe those potential ambitions with Capcom were maybe clouding your judgment a little.
Yeah, well, it's not like I was doing things with a view of an ambition.
Yeah.
I've said that you can have an ambition if the purpose of it is to serve a general purpose. And even though I had a change of angles in how I should see it, this is pretty much the line I have in mind. Um, I had the chance to be part of a stream, and I was like, okay, so I was given a chance that no one had before, so
Yep.
maybe I should use it um, to make some points that could be difficult to hear if it was just some comments on Twitter. I probably took it too seriously at the beginning, of course, and like 100%. But I think it played out well.
Yeah.
At least from what I can see, and some things that can't be perceived yet.
Yeah.
I just try to make the official understand what was so appealing in DMC4.
Yeah. That would be very much appreciated, I think, from fucking everyone in this chat at least. But yeah, that would be dope.
But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I completely understand that it gave for so much of a long time. I sent me a picture that not maybe cocksucking, but okay, it was like, okay, we know he wants to be higher, so he's being a bit I apologize, but he's trying to be a bit too nice.
Bit of an
It's
astic.
not.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm going to be too nice or nasty for that matter, but as I said, gray area thinker. And I mean, this is probably something I will never do as a video, but I wrote pages long article in which I go through the DMC games and how Capcom and communication and gameplay, all the whole relationship go together, mesh. How sometimes it can be contradictory, and what they can do from this point to what's going to be too long. I'm not going to. But I actually submitted that piece of paper to Capcom.
Really?
I did.
What happened?
They loved it.
Really?
And well, there's something that's coming up Oh well, you know what? There's actually an initiative that's coming up that you know, but not every people know yet because it's the group
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that actually originated from me.
So there you go. The Avengers initiative. It didn't start with Nick Fury. It started with this fucking guy. Is this gonna be the right side? No, it's not. That's that fucking guy right there.
I mean, I try to. Well, it's because you bring the topic this way, but of course, like if it was a bad idea and not doable, because communication is also a matter of budget and plans and stuff like that. So they could just go for it. But I submitted it to Capcom USA.
USA. So it's gonna be Yuri that's reading that motherfucker. You have to
Yeah, and then it came to what you know.
you have to tell me more about that off stream in private, so we can.
Yeah, I think I have already said too much.
Yeah, we're fucked. Not only are you now gonna get Capcom sniped, but me by association is now gonna get Capcom sniped. So thanks. Uh, See you
No,
next time on
well,
Run of the Mills.
down the line. Wait, it's not about
I'm only
I
joking, by the way. I
I
was kidding.
whisper to one's ear. It's not. It's completely not what I'm getting at. It's just that work. I worked hard enough, and I had that sense of analyzing and putting things into perspective. That it allows my voice to be taken. Uh, I would say a bit seriously, and I can be in a place that allows me to throw suggestion, and you're like, okay, this just doesn't flow. Just he isn't here to suck my cock, or he isn't here to just to throw insult at me whenever I do something bad. So okay, maybe we can hear what he has to say a bit. So I just try to okay. I'm pretty sure this is what the community would like in the future, and I try to put it into a perspective of how we can bring more community visibility over time.
Yeah, which realistically is all I want. You know, it's not like some kind of personal aspiration or anything like that. I just want like this fucking entire fucking organized scene or group of people to be fucking happy again and have fun together. So anything to work towards that goal is great. Um, but yeah,
And if I have to get the mantle of the guy sucks some dick, I mean, okay, go
yeah,
for
like
it. But at
if you
the
gotta
end of the
suck
day,
some,
your guys are going to get more chances to be seen. Well, to be seen, and if you are seeing more, then you know that it's important that. Well, I mean, your input will start picking counting, and then maybe we'll get some older stuff or maybe some older way of seeing stuff back into today.
so what Kyo's saying is we're gonna suck some dick so you don't have to.
I guess
Yeah, be happy. Okay, so moving on.
this is gay.
It's only gay if you take your socks off, and mine's are firmly on. They're strapped on. You can't take them off. Okay, so here's something I want to talk about because this was what was this noise in my headphones? I just
Right. So,
I started
that's
jerking.
very shout.
Fucking, I thought you were rubbing a different head. Anyway, lost soul aside, Kyo. I just want to see a reaction.
Oh, it's
Lost
cute.
soul aside, you were, I don't know, I don't think you still are, but you were the community manager.
Technically, I still am.
Okay, so technically,
The thing is, okay, quick word is that just that the development team chooses to not communicate and pretty much shut down any kind of initiative.
right.
So yeah, it's dead because they want it to be dead until they have news.
Yeah, so,
Another line.
like, my only real question about this was how did that happen? Like,
I literally just suggested myself to help.
really? Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
and I had experience in a previous hobby because I was involved too. It seems like I have to get involved. I just can't help it when I'm passionate about something.
You just see something, you're like, I have to get in there. I mean, that's fair. It's a good way to
No,
live.
it's just
homie.
that you get involved and you just touch your
Listen,
stuff,
if you
and
don't
you're
go for
like, okay,
something,
yeah, more and more and more, and you handle pages, you handle groups, and uh, at least one at a time if you can.
if you don't go for something, you don't get it. So I do appreciate that attitude.
And this just happened. I was like, okay, I do have an experience in handling people to a degree, at least from let's say a moderation standpoint and communication standpoint.
Yeah.
So I can help if you want to, and that's literally that's the thing.
What do you think about the game? Like how it looks?
Looks fucking great.
It does look
Oh
cool.
yeah. I just can't wait until the day I can put my hands on it.
I remember like back in the dark age before DMC5 was announced, like that was one of the main sort of coping mechanisms, was looking at these sort of games that were coming out. I think Lost Soul Aside was definitely the most popular one. It's sad to hear that it's basically not on hiatus, but you know what I mean. It's like you're not gonna hear shit about it until it's ready, and who knows when that's gonna be. So that's a shame.
Yeah, well, it really popped out in a time in which you just had Bayonetta 2, and there was no GMC5 in sight. So of course it's gonna be noticed because it's, hey, wait, we won this. You can't fill a void. No pun intended.
Okay, so before I move on to the questions from Twitter, because there are a fuckload. Hi Ty.
Hey Tay.
What was I gonna say? Fuck, I've completely lost what I. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? Sorry, I was in dream mode. You are a little late, Super Troll, and actually I'm very mad at you. But we move on. Is there
Mad
anything
at
else?
me?
Anything else you want to talk about, Keel, before we go into the questions?
Uh,
I know it's a bit of a shit question for a supposed interviewer to
I,
ask.
I think it's best to ask me that question when we're done with the Twitter question, I think.
Oh, you think you're just gonna come on my fucking show and tell me when it's best to ask questions, Keel? Alright, that's it. Okay, we're cutting off the air. No, I'm joking. Here we go. Number one question from the Hitchhiker.
Oh my god, you have a worse question.
If you had to lose one tool you commonly use in Virgil's moveset, what would it be?
Okay, so let's go into the principle is going to be common to DMC4 and DMC5.
Yeah.
That would be judgment cut canceling.
Judgment cut cancelling?
At least the non-inertia version.
Why?
Because you've got the inertia version, dumbass.
Yeah, but like it's the same as Star Raves or something like that. Like having the option of both inertial and non-inertial like versions.
But if it means a specific move and not necessarily attack, if it's a move, Air Stinger.
You would lose Air Stinger?
Yeah.
Are you smoking crack? What's wrong with you, Keo? Jesus, why Air Stinger? Why not something like Roulette Spin? You hate that move. You hate it?
No, I don't hate it. It's just that I never came to use it often.
So even like the reversal stuff, like reverse Air Stinger to fly
I,
around.
I never reversed Air Stinger. Like I think I did it once.
Yeah, same.
It was in fucking PS4, man. I didn't have a PC yet.
Even on PC, I couldn't do it. It was fucking so hard. What's up, Broly? Shout out to you. Much love, homie.
Oh, Broly, man. So yeah, I think it was a tough question. I mean, the question is, I can't answer. I don't want to drop anything, so I have to choose one. So which one I'm gonna pick? The one I use the less.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair. Can't argue.
Lidem is saying, time to fight some scriptcraft of Kyo not hating Gurut. Okay, so what you can do is go to my YouTube channel and see my first videos, and you can see like probably 20 minutes worth of me spamming Gurut spin.
It is the classic, I've just started playing this game move, isn't it? Yeah, fucking roulette spin. Okay, the next question. Thanks, Hitchhiker, for that question. Much appreciated. The next question comes from Nero Must Die. It's pretty mean. Uh, is it normal to have off days where you just can't seem to perform as well as you previously have? If it is there a remedy other than taking a break? Yeah, it's called Viagra.
Okay, so if
Duh.
you don't mind, I'm going to read the question for myself.
Fair enough.
Because I mean, as much as I could understand you, okay, wait, yeah, okay, off days, were joke, yeah, yeah, it's completely normal. And to me, because I'm also not consistent as shit, it happens. I have more off days than days on. That's for sure. And taking a break, maybe not taking a break, but if you don't feel it in your fingers, don't force it, because you'll just go in frustration and don't get it. Sometimes it's just a matter of rhythm, uh, and sometimes you just don't have a creative mindset to do anything. That's just an off day, and off day happen. It's normal, and you don't necessarily to take a break and go to, I don't know, to a fucking desert, or to, I don't know, you come back as a stronger man, like a very shining light. No, you just let it go and go back when you feel like it.
Taking breaks is probably like the most important thing you can do in DMC in terms of high level play, because if you don't, you'll end up like you ever seen Happy Gilmore? You know, Carl Weathers' character, he has like the hand which is just stuck in place like this. You'll have two of these, and then you won't be able to do shit. So take breaks. Okay, next question. Nambe, can you see this question? Do you want me to read it out nice and
No,
slow?
read it, because I want to make fun of you when you read stuff.
French on your soap or English on your soap. There you go. I read it in your accent, so you have to understand it.
I don't drink soap to begin with. That's why I'm fucking small, man.
Really? Do you think that's the key to being tall, is just eating a fuck ton of soap?
That's what I've been told. And case in point, I didn't drink any and I'm small, so what am I supposed to think? I'm 164 centimeters, man.
What is that in feet? Is it like 5'4"?
Fuck knows. Fuck knows. Wait, let me check.
Knows.
Um, 5'3".
5'3". My so Ty's 5'1". So if you think about it, like when I'm not even gonna say that because one, it was kind of gay, and two, it's fucking stupid. So let's just move on. Devil Never Cry asks.
Yeah, I just read it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to read it out for the chat, Keo, because the chat are not reading it.
Well, I'm a fucking bus killer. Everyone knows that. I have to play my role a bit.
Who would you romance in Persona 5?
Okay, so counter question: is it in Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal? I know he's in the chat, so he's going to answer. So if it's going to be of original Persona 5 or...
Tell him why Genova needs more love, because Genova's the fucking best.
I mean, he's just
Fucking black
here,
homie.
so...
What I didn't know was he was like, isn't he like South African?
He says Royal, so okay, I'm actually going to be a dick and I actually answer for both versions. So the original one I did it Futaba, so the nerdy.
Oh my god, what is my fucking podcast came to?
I mean, oh no, wait, no, the first one was the Doctor actually. It was the Doctor. It was the Doctor, but Futaba was second because I think I just didn't have enough friendship level with her, so I just did another run just for her.
Isn't Futaba like a genre of questionable art pieces?
No.
Maybe. Don't check my search history. Okay.
And so for Royal, yes, indeed, Kasumi. But I mean, I saw H saying shit taste, and I agree when she has her ponytail. But man, Kasumi with the goggles and just long hair, man, you just can't fight that. Sorry, babe. I know you're watching.
So a DNC and smoke helped me see that I was thinking of something else. Clearly.
No, it's not Makoto. No, I don't. No.
Okay, we're gonna look at T Swizzle, T Swizzle's question. And he asks, do you feel as though the larger technical barrier to high level play in DMC4 relative to DMC5 is a key reason why many high level players prefer DMC4, or do you think the reason is something else? And what are your personal reasons for your favourite game in the series? Also, shout out to Zaz, who stoned.
No, don't talk about that. Thank you.
What's wrong with Zaz?
Oh, I don't like him.
You don't like him? Why not?
Whatever. That's not the question. Okay, so I don't think it's the main reason people play DMC4. Just because, no, because it has so many good physics and stuff. You just can't, as much as a wise man once said that you can't be as good if you don't have trainers.
Yeah.
I was just going to say it does play a part in which way that because you don't have a training mode, whenever someone pulls that shit, you say, "Oh my god, the dude is so fucking on fire." But on the other hand, like you've got so many deep details in 4 that I don't have much of a grasp on. Now, I mean, it was bound to be the favorite of the series, even if it was a training mode to begin with.
Okay, next question. Mecha Mike asks, what will you do if 2B Power starts watching? Right now, right this second, what would you do? I'd probably just say, hello.
No apology needed. I read this and I thought more or less all day about how I should react to this. And I should took it with a smile that's so very sweet. This just belongs to the past.
I think I'd probably just say, hello, meine Freunde. Ich liebe dich. Okay, that's like all the German I fucking know. OF asks, how did you get into combo making? We've talked about that. What keeps you going?
What's keeping me going is just that my brain just doesn't know how to fucking stop. I thought so many times I should stop, but I'm good and I'm good for it. And it's like you're at work, you're at your office or in the shower, you're just doing your thing, and you just have an idea popping in your mind, and you're like, fuck, I can't get it out of my head. Or maybe not necessarily a proper idea, but a concept. You test it out, and most of the time it doesn't work, but then you just go and have something even better out of it. And this is how my brain gets to work most of the time. I wish it would stop, to be honest. And I think it also works because also, and mostly in DMC4, I know I'm far from my peak, from my prime, and far from the level I actually want to get at. So maybe that's also why, because I also have a sense of being unsatisfied with my own skill level. Or when I go back, like maybe 1 month later, when I watch Empyrean, just to have it from a fresh eye look, I thought to myself, most of this stuff is so shit. Why the fuck did I just publish this?
Just to interrupt you, Kyo, half of your face has went black. I don't want you to get alarmed. But half of your face.
Do you notice how this started when you asked the 2B question? Like, how much of a fucking coincidence is this?
What are the fucking chances? What are the fucking chances? Oh, I love you, Kyo. You're some boy. Anyway, go on. I apologize for interrupting you.
And so there's that. I also have a big sense of. Okay, now it glitches. Oh my god. I,
Oh, it's fucking gold.
yeah, it's like you're going to say something up.
There we go. We
Oh
can
my
do
god,
it.
it fucking kills the serious tone I had, fucking look like a night shift player or an adult, and then you're like, okay, Kyo, I don't want to alarm you, but the second you talk about 2B, there's something that happened.
Oh, me fucking hitchhiker sent me the picture of you with the
No, no,
toothpaste.
John, no, you don't do that.
It's cracking me up, homie. It's cracking me up.
Okay, I'm going to get back into this. I know, well, I was saying that I know um, I haven't got what I wanted to be, at least in DMC4. And maybe that's why my brain still works. Also, the fact that I discovered I'm an ADHD guy, so brain stuff.
Yep.
Um,
Sorry, I'm still
I,
cracking up over
I,
this.
I think it's like a bad cocktail. I think I'm the way I think about combos in DMC is the same way Hitch feels about modding.
Mm.
It's always going to be to go deeper, as deep as you can.
Until you dig too deep. You need to learn this lesson from the dwarves, okay? Don't dig. Nah, I'm only joking. You should keep digging because in this situation, like it only. Would you say Here's one for you, Keo. Would you say DMC is addictive? Like genuinely? I don't just mean like I'm addicted to this game. Would you say like the thrill of pulling off that combo or whatever is addictive? Like
Yeah,
you could be physically like addicted to it.
no, not necessarily pulling off a combo, the satisfaction of pulling it, but the thrill of having something new, or at least taking something and making it something new. That fresh new thing that looks not necessarily looks hard, but looks a bit of unique and a bit of hard. It's a mix of both. It's a thrill that's unique to this series, and that's
100%.
this thing that's been. It's worse than smoking or drinking. I don't smoke, but that's way more addictive than this. The only thing like I could think of being more addictive is playing basketball. I think,
Yeah, but that's a
and
good addiction to be fair. Yeah, like not to say DMC5 or DMC is a bad one,
and
but
the thing is, I always hate to be that kind of the dude who talks like a GMC4 boomer, and yet I'm not even that good at DMC4. And I don't know. I mean, some people. I mean, they can read me talking about some stuff, and you're like, such a fucking quirky guy.
so fucking sexy. Yeah.
No, sexy. I don't know. Quirky, yeah.
Hey, listen, don't undersell yourself, okay? Okay. So next question, comes from DDX bracket DDX bracket. I believe
Mm,
Kyo uses or used a Razor Raiju. I'm probably
yeah.
saying that wrong. Which
I
has
used to. Yeah, I'm going to put it out
which has the
in for
pedal.
in my controller graveyard.
It has the pedal buttons on the back, kinda like a scuff controller. How much does he think they could affect the skill floor or skill ceiling of DMC if they became the norm?
It's a good question.
It's an
Okay, so
interesting
first of
question.
all,
Yeah.
my Raiju soft of died.
Show me it.
The
Let me
lock
see.
on controller died.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the button. So it actually looks like it works, but it stays hold even if you use the button. So considering we're talking about the lock-on button, this is actually shit. And so I was pretty salty about it, and the durability, because this one didn't even last me an actual year,
Mm.
and I paid this too much for the durability.
How much was it?
Well, it was over 150, I think.
Fucking hell.
And so down the line, I could have taken a new one, and in ways, I think I should have done so. So right now, I'm playing on an Xbox 82, so showing it down there. So yeah, you've got the LX2 with back pedals over there. I think the back pedals. I prefer the Raiju system of place where the extra buttons are. And down to the question, let's say that no, I don't think any player that gets into the series with this kind of controller should make the use of extra buttons until they know what's the limit on their hand speed.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, I've been playing for like 6 years, so I know I reached my maximum hand speed in playing GMC. And right now, I'm also not necessarily focused on, okay, I'm using a normal amount of buttons. I'm more focused about getting new stuff done, regardless of it being difficult to pull. So not only I use it because I know what my limits are, and I refuse to be led to be locked behind this, which is why I now use extra buttons. But I'm focused on creativity too, more than ever, I think. Uh, and if it requires having extra buttons, I mean, I'm not necessarily focusing anymore on the hand speed performance that combo making implies.
Okay, next question is from Super Troll. Shout outs to the homie. Question: what goes through your head when you're structuring a combo? It's a good question as well.
Hmm.
When will it end?
Uh, the question is more like what doesn't go through my head. But I think it's a good opportunity to say how I try to think. First of all, I've been saying this maybe too much times to a point I may have been annoying to others. But I try to play DMC5 closer to DMC4 as much as possible.
Mm,
So this is why you haven't seen me play DMC5 like 99% of the players. I won't go deep into the reason because that's not the topic here. But to me, DMC4 was the most sexy way of playing a DMC game.
did you say the
And
most sexy way of playing the game?
yeah, I mean, the way DMC4 feels when playing combo, the way it's structured and stuff, this is what makes me vibe. So the way 5 plays overall and how people make the most of Dante's abilities in 5 doesn't vibe to me.
Fair
So
enough.
I try to replicate how we do it in 4, despite sucking at 4.
Yeah, same. Yeah, big time.
Um, so yeah, this is pretty much how I start. And next, the second thing is I keep watching DMC4 videos and over and over and over again. Like, yeah, most of my ideas come from either playing DMC4 or watching DMC4 combo mats. And uh, funnily enough, I had yet no combo idea that came from seeing a DMC5 combo from another person.
Ever? Not once?
No one.
That's crazy.
Maybe Japanese ones at like one time because it was a very specific thing because they had that DMC4 experience to think like that, but there was no DMC5 combo that gave me such an imagination burst.
Right, yeah.
Like, if any. It's not that they play bad. I'm not trying to say they are bad players or anything of the sort. Not at all. Like, completely not. It's just that I don't recognize myself in the type of gameplay that I'm pulling. It's skilled, but I don't see myself in it. So I'm just doing things differently. That's literally how it is.
That's interesting, yeah. I try to not watch too many combo matches because I'll see some shit. Like you, for example, I'll see you do some shit and be like, I fucking quit. I fucking suck. Look at this. Look how fucking good this is. Even like with the Eco Style 2 players like sending combos, and I'm watching it and I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to keep up with this? I'm gonna have to fucking do like 6 lines of Hollywooders and fucking like do hallucinogens just to try and come up with something as interesting as this. But it's interesting to hear how like you've never had an idea form from any 5 combos. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, and I just realized this maybe a couple of days ago. I was like, wait a second, but why? Why don't? Why is it this way? Why is it this way? So at this rate, like I'm just push my way. I try. Well, I don't have much to say. I think I've showed a pretty different Dante so far,
I would say so, yeah.
and in some ways with some enemy plays too, like Antenora plays. But yeah, most of all, it's just me trying to do things because I think, oh well, yeah, that would be cool. And while I don't think on DMC5 standards, it's not like B. This is done by classic DMC5 players. I won't touch it. This is just now not how my brain just doesn't go this way.
But that's a good thing. Like, variety of game style and perspective is like one of the reasons why I enjoy different high level players, even if they're very good at making me feel like a fucking simpleton. It is one of the best reasons to get invested as a fan of like high level players. What I will say, Kyo, is one of the best examples of that, actually for me, came from you playing DMC3. Because you were doing DMC3 combos, and I was watching them, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't look like stuff that anyone else does. This looks like a Kyo combo in DMC3, and it was interesting to watch. It was interesting to see a player who's by large done most of his stuff on 4 and 5 go back to 3 and see how the ideas translate. It was cool. So I would say
Yeah, that was the idea. Yeah, precisely.
so it was cool to see how that translated back. That was fucking dope. Okay, so next question. How do you say question in French, Guillaume? Is it question?
Question.
Question.
Non. Question. En fait, ouais, en fait, it's more like you. Yeah, I think the English made me skip the T because there's a T, of course. Question. Yeah. No, it's not croissant. No, fuck it. Okay, no, this is not going to turn into a first class.
Croissant. You really need to get the croix in there, don't you? Croissant. Anyway. Okay,
this is the kind of stuff, the noise you get when you're done brushing your teeth.
You're like Smeagol from fucking Lord of the Rings.
I could do it when I was a teenager. I tell you that.
Okay, the next question comes from, well, actually, there's multiple questions here. It comes from Bale. What other action game does he plays?
Mm-hmm.
What other action games do you play?
Darksiders series. Darksiders. Yeah. I haven't got to finish the first. I did the 2 because the gameplay was so badass. Actually, with my Steam list down there. I want to wait for the Nier Replicant remaster to drop before playing Automata.
Right.
Because I haven't played. I wanted to play for so fucking long, but I postponed it because DMC.
Yep.
I have a chance, but looks like my game log gonna melt starting from after August, not before. As for other action games, there were some action games from the Star Wars series that I liked.
Force Unleashed?
Yeah, no Force Unleashed, but also the Jedi Academy. So this is the Jedi Knight series.
Yeah.
There was, of course, Bayonetta. Bayonetta is actually, I do prefer, on a casual point of view, I like Bayonetta better than TMC, actually.
At least in terms of just playing the game?
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the 2 more than 1. And I like some stuff in 1 more than 2, but Yeah, it's a bit weird, but really, from a pure casual standpoint, I'm not going to make a point like, yeah, I know, I think that two is better, and fuck you if you don't think the same. No, no, this is really it. Just I just like it better. That's just it. There's no, I couldn't give you a reason why I like two more than one. It just came off that way. What did I play? There was the Dragon God series in PS2. That was the first. Mm,
What about a certain game where you sometimes chop people up into tiny little pieces? Any thoughts on that game? Good game.
oh well, I'm mainly a 3D kind of player. Like if you give me into FPS, well, you know when we play Quake, I'm so fucking shit at anything that involves aiming properly.
No, no, no. I mean, Metal Gear Rising is what I was.
Oh, I have to actually. I played the demo. I did like 10 minutes on PC,
Mm-hmm.
and I do plan to do it. Like it's not. Man, it's shit. No,
Thank God.
I do have to think. I'm actually afraid to play the game because I'm like, okay, I've got so good at DMC overall, and I'm just afraid to suck hard when I go into Metal Gear Rising.
Nah, see, to be honest, like I don't see you having it. Like the main problem will be probably controls and systems, but it's like nowhere near as complex as DMC is in terms of like being good at it. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I have some good reflexes, but no, I'm just afraid of sucking at the game right off the bat. You know.
There's like a whole bunch of fucking niche shit you can do, Zans. You got the blade mod cancels, you got fucking cardboard box cancels if you wanna. There's a whole lot
Hmm.
of shit you can do, but like in terms of just, it's not like DMC where you need to be fucking so fluid at so many things at freestyle to be good. Once
Hmm.
you've got the basic systems of the game down, like you won't have any issues. And if you enjoyed Bayonetta, then you'll enjoy Metal
Oh
Gear
yeah,
Rising.
well, I know I will love it. Like I remember the demo, I was
Yeah.
it was so good. But yeah, by the time I got involved into DMC,
Yeah, he went straight to the crack rock of the genre. Yeah. See, my gateway drug was Metal Gear Rising, and then I played DMC, and I was like, "What? This is crazy."
so I saw the dude also asked me about my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh archetype.
Yeah, what's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh archetype?
It's I'm not sure how many people down there played Yu-Gi-Oh long enough to actually know what I'm going to quote. It's the Feyblade series. So this was an archetype that involves self-discarding to do special summons all the way. But it was actually quite technical. But the thing just could slam you like hard. It never went into the meta game though, which is something I never understood. Um, well, yeah, I mean, I rocked a lot back then. I think if I did own a physical deck, I could have went into maybe Europe tournaments back then.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I was good in card games, and my previous hobby was another trading card game, which is Card Fight Vanguard. And I was world class, but never got into a tournament. Also because my luck sucks hard. I was very unlucky. But yeah, I had a reputation of being that good, but I was chased out of it. Sadly,
Um,
I was harassed of this community. So yeah, there's that.
okay, next question. Wish list for DMC 6 onwards.
So I'm going to go back to that. Um, let's say unpopular opinion of mine, which is DMC6 should be Nero exclusively.
Oh,
As long as you have Dante as a non-lockable character that's completely optional to the story, much like Virgil is to the games until now. Maybe Dante being the same way, but to me, this is more of having a vision of a series more than this is an efficient choice. Sales, oh my god, Dante is uh, DMC is Dante. I mean, Nero can be Devil May Cry too. But the writing added that what Nero lived was only because of Dante and Virgil, never from his own character and values and stuff. And I believe he could be as good as an icon if he was given the chance.
I feel like I mean, the idea of having Dante as like a secret unlockable character that's like, first of all, he would need to be an unlockable character that's as good, if not better, as the previous. In terms of the stuff he has, the stuff he can do. But Nero in his current state, like, you would need to evolve in the next game so much in terms of what he can do to carry the game for me. Like, personality aside, character aside, like, in terms of carrying a game on his back with his current moveset, I don't think it's viable.
Oh well, I mean, moveset isn't. I'm not talking about much of a moveset.
We have to, because it's
Because no, yeah, no, I mean because this can be fixed. If Capcom wants to, this can be fixed. That's why to me it doesn't sound like an issue because you have game designer. That's the job.
yeah.
Um, but the issue was more about people talking about the character more than how he plays. Like every time I've said that, it was not necessarily of Nero playing like Nero and Dante playing like Dante. It was more like the character of Nero.
But
And to me, I just say that he could completely do it, but for this to work, you gotta kick out Dante and Virgil out of the story. Not forever, of course. This is not what I'm saying, but you gotta give him his own crew, his own nemesis and stuff like that. Events that challenge his values and on and on because most of the stuff you see in 4 and 5 is just a direct consequence of his family's action.
so you think you should? I mean, don't get me wrong. There is that part of me that's like, it would be cool to see something like Nero doing his own thing. But I think to admit the, especially when we just get Virgil back, like to admit the big two characters there, I don't see how it could grab my interest the same way as maybe 5 did.
I mean, it's a risk. Like it's definitely a risk. I'm not saying it would be an efficient choice in terms of sales of having players directly involved. But at some point, you can see that in 5 as this a good thing that is also a sign of something coming to an end is that you've got Easter eggs, you've got references, stuff like that that makes an episode stopping from having its own identity as soon as it starts leaning on the legacy. So as soon as this kind of stuff starts, and this is not a good sign because you're going to do this more and more, and at the end of the day, you're just not going to have something that's purely fresh. DMC1 or DMC3 is purely fresh. DMC4 is purely fresh because it doesn't have any references to the past games in a way they're trying to push the Easter egg thing. 5 does it. And this is why there's a need of refreshing some parts of the series.
What about would you accept the next game being focused on Dante and Virgil and Nero getting his own game and
I'd be
potentially there
fine.
being a spin off?
To be honest, I would be fine. But I let's just hope they're just going to do something that's innovative from start to finish and not okay we do stuff but hey let's make some wink references to all the past games.
Yeah, like, don't let it be fan service. They let it actually be like an entity on its own. Yeah,
That would require some intensive work of writing, that's for sure.
yeah. That would be my ideal situation. Would have the next one be focused on Dante and Virgil, and then Nero getting his own game. A spin off, as in, it's going to be Nero expanded. It's not going to be like a spin off.
Or you do this with Dante or Virgil on 6 and then from 7 you have Nero on his own.
I mean, yeah, that could work. Me personally, I could see them going the route of it's Nero's game, but Dante and Virgil are going to show up. I just don't see a situation where fucking they bring back Dante and Virgil and then just they're stuck in hell. I can't see that happening. Who knows? I mean, this is like probably going to be what 7-8 years away, maybe. Optimistically 5, so
too old for this shit. We're going to look like Dante in 5 when we start having his 7 hitting. You're like picking the phone. I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay, last question from that guy. Do you like FromSoft games?
I've played Bloodborne, and I liked it, but not enough to do another run. Like, I like going through, but I'm not interested. I do love Neo a lot. So Neo is from Team Ninja, so Ninja Gaiden guys.
Yep.
And I do like Neo a lot because it's way more dynamic. It's a way much better balance from what I expect to be from this kind of game, but like Bloodborne is really excellent. Like that being said, I haven't done the DLC. It's a very good game. I'm not saying that I would have preferred if the game was more dynamic. It's really good on its own, how it's designed. I mean, being slow at times, you do have it can be a benefit, but I do vibe with Neo better.
Okay, next question comes from the homie Night NC. To Kyo, would you mind elaborating
black
on...
homie.
Sorry, there was an alert in my fucking headphones. Mind elaborating on roulette spin? Is there any practical use of the move within combos, in your opinion?
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, as much as I spammed roulette spin when I was a beginner in combo making, to me it's just useless in the way that it's a move that grants you easy hate, and it's just a move that gives you easy faking time too. To me, there's no interest in having roulette spin being a thing. The only use I could find was actually Sakaki doing it. He uses it as a way to keep Inertia going in Virgil. And aside from that, I have to actually watch something relevant choosing that move. Aside from easy time, easy hate. To me, it's just easy. It feels like you could just force yourself and skip that transition to go into the next move.
Sweet. Next question. Destiny Spider asks, do you have any specific favourites amongst the combos that you have made?
The thing is, most of the combos I do, I feel like they're shit 1 month later.
I get that.
And I mean, I try to have work ethics about it. If there is one I could think of, it would be the last combo I did on... Was it on Checkmate? On the Checkmate videos of a collab I did with Turtle, Genova, and Nino.
Yep.
Sorry, I just had an email and it just got too much of my attention for a moment.
Yeah, don't worry.
Not a good one. Not for me, but whatever. So yeah, I think it was the one I ended. It was the Checkmate one, and I was ending with a reverse judgment cut on an Angelo. And it was really, really, really difficult.
So that one, yeah, you would go with that one.
I think I would pick that one.
Yeah.
And on 5, I don't know. I feel like that on 5 I could take a finish, which is as cool and could improve a wall combo that comes before it.
I don't know what my
So I
favorite
know.
combo of yours would be. Probably the shit you done with the Antinora was fucking wild. That was like that series of combos is probably it's got to be up there for me personally. It's one of the things you don't really see done within combos is
It's just that I'm so my sights are so much into digging more, but I just can't appreciate the work that I have done
that's
until I
fair. Yeah.
until I have another result of you know improving.
Well, hopefully when you hang up the gloves for the last time, you can look back on your work and finally feel satisfied. Although if you're like me, you never want and you'll just never fucking.
But yeah, that's why I'm going to take so much time on making Empyreum too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. The second part of that question asks: are there any combo ideas which you thought would have been brilliant, but were simply too hard to execute?
Oh, oh yes, oh fucking yes. There's actually one with Virgil in DMC4 but I have been able to execute once just so I could get an hang of the timing. But ultimately, it's I wouldn't say impossible, but nearly. Nearly, it's like I could describe it, but knowing me being a fucking stubborn guy, I will absolutely attempt to do it for Imperium 2, and I think I won't be able to stop combo making if I don't make this shit happen. And I've been trying this for the past 4 years, and I still haven't been able to do it.
That's fucking crazy. Spill the beans, homie. What is it? Tell me what it is.
Okay, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. With heavyweight swords, you have that property that I don't know if it frees at the exact moment it gets a knockback.
Mm-hmm.
Vector knockback gets delayed. And the thing is with the Angelos, some frames are counted as being on ground, which means they're going to be delayed. And then, so the idea was you get a knockback from Helm Breaker, so you're supposed to send the enemy away.
Yep.
But that exact moment, you're freezing with every word sword, so you're going to be delaying the knockback that goes away like this. And then you're going to end dash toward the other side and do the S taunt. So when you're doing the spinning sword taunt, then it just means the Angelo is going to be from the freezing point to the toward the Sakaki has done it with a frost in a completely other fashion. But this is more or less having the Angelo goes back, going into your spinning taunt.
Kyrie is asking if you could have a mini interview after the. I presume the event on the 26th and not this one, because calling this an event would be gratuitous. But
If it's after the event of the 26th, sure. I don't guarantee you, to be honest, because not of it. Frankly, it will be taxing just to be standing by the side of this many people, but also that I wish to spend some time not only with my girlfriend because we haven't been able to see each other for long, but also taking care of my body and do some sport because it's really hard to find some time in. Uh, it's not going to be cliche, but doing sports is essential for your brain to work and breathe properly. And some of my best ideas were after I played sports.
really,
Yeah.
get like an idea to like fucking throw an enemy through a basketball hoop in some way, shape, or form. And that is actually something that I've tried to do before, but there was never really any good locations for it. Okay, so next question comes from last question rather. And we've already answered the first part, so we can go straight to the second part. Furious Malik asks, if Lady ever becomes a playable character in DMC5 down the line, What do you think would make her a more fun character than her counterpart in DMC4? What would you like to see? Also, Lidemi. I can never say your fucking name right.
Mhm.
Liddle. I'm trying to think of a nickname for you. We'll just go with Lidemi. Fuck it. That would be much appreciated. Anyway, go on, Kyo. Take it away.
Okay, so wait, wait for the hoop. What the fuck?
Okay, no, like a basketball hoop, Lidemi. He's talking about, in
Oh
the
well, the only thing I will be doing is going to shoot the ball, but no dunk.
no dunk. I don't know. I don't even know how you would do a slam dunk. I suppose you could do it
No.
with Nero. Yeah, you could. But yeah, no. The question: if Lady was to become a playable character in DMC5, what would make her a more fun character than her counterpart in DMC4? What would you like to see?
That's a difficult question because no matter what you're going to do, some of the stuff that made Lady somewhat fun was tied to DMC4 physics.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have improvements on the on the whole gunslinger things. Because I mean, if you take DMC4 Lady to begin with, she's pretty much a copy paste of the whole gunslinger move from Dante.
Yeah.
Sometimes in better. Um, I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to make this better. I mean, maybe the melee move being less clunky, but that's it. I mean, she's fun, and we're talking about fun and not technical, and she's fun by itself. So
A good friend of mine, Neo, suggested once to make her play like you remember the DMC3 cutscenes where she's like flipping around shooting demons and stuff. He basically was saying like
oh yeah,
this is how you should make her play Capcom. She's flipping around doing it's like John said, gun fu, jumping around, fucking bouncing around on demons and shit, setting up like platforms with fucking her rocket launcher and stuff. There's like a ton of things you could do. I don't know how hard it would be to implement, but
that could be true. But I guess we probably need more actual combat footage from Lady to actually ascertain what kind of playstyle she should have.
100%. Isn't she becoming like a playable character in that fucking
Yeah,
mobile game?
Pinnacle of Combat, but I haven't watched much footage from her.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, it's nice that they actually bother. I mean, it's a mobile game, but they clearly put some kind of heavy effort.
Yeah, 100%. You can see there's like some love behind it. 100%. Okay.
There's going to be an open beta and stuff, and apparently the game should be releasing worldwide, so it's going to be a chance going on it. But yeah, like as Smoke says, more acrobatic would be a good thing.
100%. Take like the trickster style, but instead of dashes, it's fucking flips and shit. Make her fucking guns like satisfying and different from the other ones. Give her melee, like make her melee not shit. She can be doing like kicks or fucking like karate chopping people. I don't give a fuck. Just make it fun. A lady to me is never gonna be like a Dante or a Virgil where it's like super fun, super in depth technical. To me, lady
She's
is always gonna
unyielding.
be. She's always gonna be different, and I think that's a good thing as long as it's done correctly.
Yeah, well, I think the way they handle the new characters in the mobile game will be a way to see how they can handle actual human characters
Yeah.
and how powerful they can be and realistically be. I
Yeah.
think that's the thing too.
Okay, that's all the questions on Twitter. If anyone else has questions, they can write them in the chat just now, and if it's interesting enough, like we can answer them. But by far and large, I think we're largely done. Unless there's anything else you want to talk about, Kira, specifically. Specifically, what's your prediction for the 26? You think you're gonna take it? You think you're gonna get the big old W?
My prediction for
The event on the 26th.
I mean, I'm gonna keep my prediction for whatever gets announced. If a new content is announced, like I prefer staying like the Cure Prophet thing. Like I remember when most people DMC5 Special Edition was, yeah, they was complaining for one thing to another, and was like, oh, don't worry guys, don't worry guys, and I really had no clue about what's going on. I remember at some degree I was so spot on that some people believed I was actually a leaker. So yeah, I'm not going. No guesses. No guesses. Okay, do you wish they had kept the DMC3 array for Virtual 100%? Even the second one, like, but this is not the only move I wish they kept. I miss the second, like, in DMC4 you have Hyper Slash, but then you have a follow-up move.
Yeah.
And I would like this move to come back because you can hold Hyper Slash and Rise. You can have a basic Hyper Slash like before, so I mean, you could easily make this move happen again. What brand are my glasses? Actually, I don't think they have a brand properly. It's, I don't know. I think it's a local thing.
Okay, last question. How long did it take for you to arrive at your current control scheme?
I actually have several world ones. So for Dante and Hero, I have the same. So L1 on, so jump is on L1, and so that was pretty instantly because I always had a low hand speed to be fair, and I felt like I could never be consistent in jump canceling even if I tried so much. So I just took that shortcut because it was clearly meant to be a shortcut. And as for Virgil, I was at first doing the same, but then after so long, I was like, okay, I should probably start holding subordinate swords for longer. So I actually had to switch my shoot to L1 and jump to square. So that took like maybe 2 years and a half before I did that.
Okay, and that is us all out of things to ask. I hope. No, I'm joking. It was a pleasure to have you on, Kyo. I'm glad that we finally got the chance to do this, and I'm glad I'm back in the mindset where I want to do it.
Well, it's important to do things when you want to,
Exactly,
not when you're being forced to, or me doing a running gag because it's lasting,
Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you on. I'm looking forward to obviously this big event.
Okay, two things before we start this. First of all, maybe a little teaser of something. As much as I've been a solo guy for quite some time, ever since DMC5 happened, and I've been vocal about collabs, but I'm actually teasing. I'm not the one at the core of the project, but we are going to, with three other people, to make a four-man collaboration with DMC3, DMC4, and DMC5. But we agreed to keep quiet. I would be teasing a bit, but I would keep quiet about who is joining me. All I'm gonna say is they are currently active players, and this is going to be like, I believe you guys will be hyped when you hear the names.
It's Kale, it's Dunguri, and it's...
Now, Dongru is not an active player.
Jeez, I was only kidding. Kale, Jesus. You can tell me off stream. Huh?
Nope. No, I won't tell you.
Jesus Christ.
I won't tell you.
I bring this goddamn Frenchman on my
because
show.
That's something I noticed with you is that
I have a big mouth.
No, it's that you easily get impressed at the first time, but then you don't manage to keep a certain level of hype in the long run. So if I tell you something right now, the second time it comes to light and people know about it, you're like, yeah, whatever.
Damn, this is breaking my fucking heart. Do I do that? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you did that a couple of times. Not that I actually resent you for it, but I mean, I enjoy how I enjoy the heat you're emitting when you're happy about something, and I think it's best if you're high at the same time as everyone.
Okay, fair enough. But just know that I'm going to pretend to not be hyped just to fuck with you. I'm going to be like, I already knew. Yeah,
And
they told me.
the second thing is, I mean, no cock sucking or a chance to don't talk about that, but I think since we are both on board, how about you say precisely how you see me? Like, it's not I want to be seen as someone good or whatever. Just spill your full, honest opinion about me.
You want me to do that now?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that you're a guy who suits being bald. For a start, I think you really do rock the bald head. More than most people, I don't think many people can pull it off, whereas I think you can. Um, I think that's mostly my opinion on you. Actually, I think that's all there is. I don't think. I mean, you're a good guy. You're a good DMC player. You you're I don't know. Am I supposed to say something else? I don't know
No,
what the
no.
fuck else.
There is no good or bad answer. This is just like quote the up and downs, just spilling the full, honest opinion.
I think that
Ju-
I think that
it's not like I'm trying to clean a plate or anything, but
I think that sometimes you can be perceived to be maybe a little too invested in um,
understandably so.
ascertaining views or doing things for views from some perspective. But at the end of the day, I understand the benefits of wanting your work to be rewarded in a way that you deem satisfactory. So I don't take a problem with that. I do think that I do think that in the past you've had some incidents that understandably come back to bite you. But at the end of the day, who the fuck doesn't? So I don't think you should be necessarily judged harshly on that. Besides that, I think you're a great guy and pretty
Don't
fucking
worry,
sick.
that wasn't me trying to trap you or anything.
Like, you wanted the honest opinion. I mean, I thought there was like some sort of.
I mean, that's
I
the
didn't.
chance.
Listen, I mean, that is it. I think you're a sound guy who, I mean, does his own thing, and I respect it. And
Uh,
again, suits the baldness. I think.
okay.
Like I've seen pictures with you with hair, and the shit doesn't look right, homie. So 100%. The
I'm going to add one thing to this actually, and this is going to be something I'm going to say to people I know who don't like me or came to dislike me over time. I don't care whether you like me or not, whether as long as it's a good and intellectually honest opinion. Down the line, I'm fine if you don't like the person I am. But if let's say I have to leave tomorrow, I wish I would wish that even if you don't like me, you would easily remember that I'm invested in the series, and that's all that matters to me.
is there anyone in particular that you want to?
No, 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 no target. But I know that some people, when there's an incident, they just jump off or only interact whether they are in a favorable momentum against you. Not in a cowardly way, but um, I don't know how to put it. But let's say it's fine. It's fine. Really, like this would be boring otherwise. But down the line, I mean, for me, all that matters is just my passion in GMC. I'm maybe too passionate. I will easily hand it over. Like, yeah.
Here's the thing, Kyo, right? See, while I do respect you saying that, I don't even think you should fucking tell like the people who dislike you. Fuck them. Like you could fucking get on your hands and knees and beg for an apology. They're not going to give you it because it doesn't suit the agenda whatsoever. People are always going to dislike you at this point for the reasons that they have. So there's not even any point in trying to please them with a please respect this or that I did this because they don't. They just want to get a rise out of you. They just want to fucking like whatever they can do to piss you off. So fuck 'em.
Well, this also comes from the fact I've been chased out of a community once. So when people joke, I like to joke, but a lot of times, and that's actually literally everyone's. When I see a joke, I can help myself, but to be paranoid about it, and like, what if this joke has some truth they don't dare to tell, or stuff like that. And yeah, I've grown paranoid of it. So this is part of why I'm telling these things now. It's not necessarily because I felt some people are making me feel antagonistic. It's just that I think it was an appropriate time to tell people that I'm actually feeling a lot paranoid about Joe, because I always feel like there's a little truth that I'm not told.
Do you want to elaborate on it? Like, what do you think you're not being told?
Oh no, this is just what I've been saying just prior. This is not. This is a general feeling that I have. I'm just being paranoid about joke. That's all there is. And well,
Is there
what
any
can I say?
jokes? Is there any jokes that you would
No, no,
like to
not
stop?
really one in particular. Well. If I have, uh, anytime that I did tell you about it before.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, I understand being paranoid about it, but the best thing to do is just fucking.
Yeah. Well, that's why I talked about less ever since I took my events this last year. I talk a lot less and I act more, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And now, like, you're about to do this event on the 26th, and it's gonna kick a lot of ass. Hopefully, I don't know whose ass is gonna get kicked.
No.
Either person's ass
The
getting
only
kicked is great.
the only ass I'm going to kick is this fucking Yankee on Friday.
It's fucking yeah, old Cav. Yeah, or
Oh no, I'm talking about Cosmic.
okay, yeah, I couldn't tell if you were talking about Cosmic or Cav, so I just fucking picked one. Yeah, you hear that, Cosmic? You're getting your ass kicked by this guy. Or this guy. I don't know which side it is, I forget. Yeah, that one.
But at least, thank you for getting me in. Like, a real pleasure.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
felt like I didn't have a chance to get such an honest talk in a long time. And an enjoyable one. I mean, a lot of laughs and unexpected moments from the quality of webcam leading to very unfortunate coincidences to the timings.
Yeah, fucking
Um,
very unexpected. Yeah, that was
I
pretty
mean,
great.
I just can't wait for the day COVID is over and we just fucking hang out, even with people who don't like me. I mean, I would fucking have a drink with all you guys, whoever you are.
Yeah, me too, but just as an excuse to drink. Not because I like you. Fuck all of you, I just want to get drunk. No, I'm joking.
Mm.
Bottles up there just calling my name. But yeah, dude, no, thanks for coming on and having a chat. It was a good chat. I feel that went well. It was a good chat. I don't know who to got on next. I think next will probably be Jojo Wi-Fi. It should be interesting. But if I can,
Yeah, yeah, that was planned a long ago. Well, good luck if you're going to.
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good time. But if not, then maybe we can get a certain brasileiro on, perhaps.
Which one?
All of them.
Oi, oi, oi.
I think to end this off, we'll give Cosmic a raid. Huh? You should pile in there and say, "You're getting your ass kicked." Jojo Wi-Fi is a decent guy, but we can talk about that next time. From me, bye everyone. Kyo, thanks for coming on again. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Take care, guys.
I need to find my stop streaming button. There it is. Bye, everyone.